So if you can see a gap in the services that are provided in Leeds, you can actually now take action and make a difference.
Look at an organisation or look at a charity that matches up with what is strategically important to you.
It allows older people to have a sense that there's people out there that want to support and care for them within their community.
As an organisation, volunteers have provided an invaluable service.
Better Lives Through Enterprise is about developing a whole range of new and different services and different ways of supporting people in their own homes. That might mean about creating new services, especially in the community where people have a much greater understanding of what people need. So we're trying to develop social enterprises. We're also trying to support and encourage volunteering. And we're also engaging a wider number of people in delivering social care services through the independent and private sector. Excellent local authorities need to make sure that they're continuing to improve their services all the time. And so we want to be an excellent authority, and we want to make sure that the citizens of Leeds get the best chance of getting the best services.
There's three crucial strands to it about developing corporate social responsibility, about building community capacity, and about developing and supporting a more diverse care market in Leeds. Within the enterprise strand, I think something that's new for adult social care is taking a more ambitious approach to corporate social responsibility, and we increasingly find really positive examples of corporate social responsibility, CSR as sometimes it's referred to. One of the things we find in that is there are consistently three really strong approaches that work within CSR. Firstly, that's about a long-term relationship, a real partnership between the third sector organisation and the private sector company. Second, and really crucially, is around shared vision and values, the vision and value of that private sector organisation being linked in to a local third sector organisation. And thirdly, a recognition that this is an investment, not a gift, that both parties develop and can get benefit out of that relationship.
I think the work that we've been doing with Army Helping Hands has been hugely beneficial both to the business and I know to the charity. They've had a lot of opportunities with commission bids off the back of the work that we've been doing with them, and I think it's important for both charities and businesses to think about what they can give the other party. It's not all on business to go, here are some people, here's some cash, do with it what you will. I think it's important for the third sector to look at what can we offer that's of value to these partners that would make them want to stick with us.
The key benefits of working with Premier Farnell is community recognition, community ownership. It allows older people to have a sense that there's people out there that want to support and care for them within their community, and it allows the employees of Farnells to be able to give the opportunity to give something back in their community and share time and experiences together.
We run a regular assisted shopping service, which is one of the opportunities that we offer people to get out of the office and do something that benefits them. So for a lot of people it's an engagement thing, it's an opportunity to go out and do something good and to feel better about work and to refresh themselves during the day. They come back feeling more positive about work and more keen to get back to it. For some people it's an opportunity again to deal with things like confidence issues and to develop more confidence talking to people they wouldn't normally talk to.
The key strength in any community social responsibility programme is that both partners have to give something to the relationship. I get quite concerned when people assume that it's just the business gives to the charity. We're very keen that we support the business, so we provide training, we provide a community support link via our website so that their staff, if they have any issues or concerns with their elderly relatives, they can link to us for support and guidance.
We're working to build community capacity in the city. social capital really, through working closely with third sector organisations. In Leeds we're lucky that we have a really vibrant, innovative third sector. And when I say third sector, what I'm talking about really is volunteers. And these are a group of people that are committed to improving the work that we do around social care in Leeds. I think what I'd say about the whole social capital, about volunteering, is that you know, it's good for Leeds, it's good for social care, and it's good for you as an individual. It's good because it gives you that feel-good factor that's positive for your health and well-being.
As a volunteer, I come in on a Monday morning, I answer the phone, meet and greet people, make cups of tea and coffee. And at other times I go out into the community, try and educate people about HIV and AIDS and help people living in the community with HIV. Shopping trips, hospital trips, anywhere I'm needed I try and be there. Just to help others is a good feeling. It's a good feeling for me, and I'm sure it's a good feeling for everybody.
Volunteers have provided invaluable service to what we do at Skyline. We worked, not only paid workers but volunteers work hand in hand in terms of providing a quality and efficient service.
We have volunteers because they really add value to the services that we deliver, and we use them in a variety of ways. So we formulate role descriptions that then volunteers can express an interest in, and we will match them with particular roles in projects that we're running. The benefits for LVC in having volunteers as part of the service are huge. We've currently got around 550 hours of volunteer time a month going into the services that we deliver. Volunteering England have got a methodology you can use to calculate what the financial benefit is, and for us that works out at about £70,000 a year of people's time that are going into the organisation. So it hugely adds value to the offer that we have got and the services that we're contracted to deliver. Additionally, volunteers mean that we can reach into communities that we might otherwise struggle to get into. So people are obviously closely networked into their own local neighbourhoods, and we can use them as a point to kind of get into local communities and deliver services more effectively because they're known in their communities and can be a friendly face for people. One of the main things for me that has been really beneficial about our volunteering programme is that we've had the resources through our commission from the council to be able to put in place a really robust structure.
Volunteers can give a fresh eye. They usually bring some very specific skills. They give their time, but they also give their enthusiasm. For organisations considering using volunteers, I would say, first off, before you even bring them into the organisation, you need to stop and look at why you're bringing them in and look at the way in which they can enhance your service. They're not there to replace staff, they're there to enhance the services you offer. So before bringing volunteers in, the key thing is to create a volunteering programme that will reflect your needs. If you have a good volunteering programme in place, if you think about the policies and procedures before you continue, then volunteers coming into the workplace can be quite a smooth affair. And I also think it creates a really good way of supporting volunteers as well as the staff and people like that. And if you are thinking of starting using volunteers, come and see us first and we'll give you some advice and support around that. We also offer training and we can help you through the whole process.
Adult social care supports the development of volunteers in Leeds through a range of different methods. We work really closely with organisations that support voluntary organisations and directly with volunteers themselves. If an organisation, a voluntary organisation or an individual volunteer wants to access the training that we provide or in fact do the volunteering in the community development programme, then please contact us. It's really important that you speak to us and we will be so happy to hear from you. I think it's really important that volunteers are valued for the work they do. They give the time freely and I think it's about some recognition of that time and ensuring that volunteers can feel confident when they're picking up that voluntary role and when they're delivering services and supporting people.
There are a number of reasons that we are looking at developing a more diverse care market. Firstly, there's the demographic challenges. Secondly, is the economic climate. And thirdly, there are changing expectations of what people want from services. All of those mean that we need a different approach in Leeds to developing the care and support market. In Leeds we're working with a range of different organisations, and that includes social enterprises, micro enterprises, user-led organisations, staff-led mutuals and cooperatives.
Neighbourhood networks have been around since 1985 and I think they're a wonderful example of how you can work in collaboration with a statutory agency to improve service provision. They are in effect run by voluntary and sector organisations like Hamara and they're there to promote the independence, the health and well-being of older people in the city. The wonderful thing about them is they're embedded within the community, and a lot of them, like the Hamara service, they're actually run and operated by local people, including the users themselves. One of the things I can see neighbourhood networks such as Hamara's providing in the future is day respite care, really looking at, as I say, a much more tailored package for the wider family, the carers. And that's going to be a little bit of a shift from the type of service we're currently providing, which I think, as I say, is much more centre-based at times.
Recruitment is key to the success of any domiciliary care provider. What's different with our model is our offer isn't just come and work in care, come and work in a social enterprise, get a share in the company, and actually there's a career progression for you. So we spend a lot of time working with other local agencies that focus on regeneration and job creation to make sure the jobs we create are focused on excluded communities. We enjoy a really good relationship with commissioners at Leeds City Council. I think the basis of that is the transparency and honesty, and that's forged because of our structure. Because we're a social enterprise, we've got no external shareholders, we're not driven by profit, so it's very refreshing, I think, for both sides to open up the books and say, this is what we charge, this is what we pay our staff, this is the quality of our service.
The reason this company was set up was really to help disabled people to get out into the countryside and to visit tourism attractions and to help them spend their leisure time in a more proactive way so that they weren't getting frustrated and wasting their time by going to places that weren't suitable for them. In cooperation with Leeds City Council, museums and galleries, we've been doing some collaborative work at a couple of different sites, one of which has been Abbey House Museum and Kirkstall Abbey, and then the other one has been here at the Leeds City Museum. I first found out about the Ideas That Change Lives investment fund through Twitter, actually. I was just there one day and I saw a bloke tweeting about a DIY business planning course. Now, I've run my own companies before, but I'd never really got into this whole thing about writing business plans, and my Wednesday nights were free, so I thought, why not? So I went along to that, and it proved very, very useful for me, and that's when they started talking about this grant. So through learning the process of writing a business plan, I was able to apply for the grant, and fortunately I managed to get it. Leeds City Council have been very supportive of us and helped us develop further contacts so that we can spread the word around about what we're doing. If you think you've got a great idea and you want to set up your own social enterprise, the first piece of advice that I would give you is simply don't go it alone. It's much harder to do these things by yourself. Network throughout Leeds. All these people are here to give you help and advice so that you can achieve your dreams and help you to help other people.
Adult Social Care in Leeds is fully committed to better lives through enterprise. We see that as being the best approach that we can possibly take to ensure that people in Leeds continue to have choice, continue to be properly supported and crucially have more control and say over their services.